and wanted an encore.
Thank you. Thank you, James. Yes. What the world needs now is love, and through love we can generate peace. Thank you, James. I'd like to begin our message today, our second Sunday of Advent. Living from the Peace Within is the title that I've selected. And I'd like to begin our message today with another meditation on peace. And so, let us take another breath and close our eyes, if that is comfortable for you. And allow the words that I speak to be the words that come from your heart. From that first peaceful night in the manger to his final days with his disciples, Jesus was a symbol of peace. When I see violence or injustice in the world today, I may be tempted to think peace is only an unrealistic dream. But there is an inner peace that cannot be affected by outer circumstances. This is the peace of the Christ that Jesus exemplified, and I have that peace within me. When I'm discouraged or fearful, I turn my attention inward and seek the immovable, untouchable peace of the Christ. I deny the power of outer circumstances to take away that peace. Then I radiate peace. I am at peace, and I am a peacemaker. And so it is. And so we let it be. This morning, the scripture I selected for our lesson comes from John, the 14th chapter, the 27th verse. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not let them be afraid. Do not let your hearts be troubled. Do not let them be afraid. According to Scripture, rather than a routine, transient, worldly kind of peace, Jesus offered his followers spiritual peace, a permanent gift, an inheritance. An inheritance. We know this inheritance as the Christ energy. And it lives in all of us. And unlike worldly inheritance that requires all kinds of legal steps that must be taken in order to receive it, the permanent gift of peace is an inheritance that is available to each of us by simply going within. And so when we go within, whether our eyes are closed or not, we are open to commune, to touch, to align with this energy, and we can immediately receive our inheritance. We're able to receive our divine gift of peace, a gift that always is available. It never runs out. Think about that. An inheritance that never runs out. You don't have to put it in the bank. You don't have to pray that the stock market goes the right way for you. This inheritance never runs out. It's always available. And because of your divine inheritance, you are an eternal expression of the Christ consciousness. And as such, you are able to radiate peace for as long as you live. And guess what? Beyond. Because you will then leave a legacy of peace. The more you access the peace within you, the more peace you can radiate. And the more peace you radiate, the more peace exists in the world. Through you. Yes, you. There is an unlimited supply of peace available to the world around you. Think about that. Claim that. It is yours to share, to express. I'd like to share a story with you. It's a true story. And it's a story of how one person brought peace to what could have been a chaotic situation. As you know, any subway system as large as New York City's is bound to have delays, right? Well, one Friday morning around 8 o'clock, it was Friday the 13th, a train stalled underground, a subway train, for 2 hours. And the subway conductor, an ordinary person like you and me, her name was Paquita Williams. She handled the situation so well that one of her passengers wanted to know more about her. And so the following is an account of what happened when the passenger interviewed Paquita. And it goes like this. The passenger said to Paquita, "Hello, my name is Laura Lane. I met you on the subway when we got stopped underground for 2 hours. Tell me, are most people nice?" And the conductor said, "Hi, my name is Paquita Williams, And I would say for the most part, yes, people are nice. But there are times if the train breaks down, people think that it's my fault. Or if there's an increase in the fare, that's because I said, hey, let's increase the fare. But I think back on my mom. I have 3 sisters and 4 brothers, and she had to be patient with all of us. So that's why I'm able to be patient. Like the day the train stopped on us. And then Laura says, yeah, it was like 8 a.m. in the morning and I was on my way to work. Bequita then responded, yeah, there was no power. So I walked through the whole train. I walked from front to back because I knew somebody was going to be nervous. And they said, hey, it's Friday the 13th. And I said, well, we're alive. Somebody didn't wake up on Friday the 13th and would have loved to have been on this train. So it's a good day for us. Then Laura said, you really made everybody on that train connect. We all started talking with each other like human beings. And we left the train and somebody was like, let's do this again tomorrow morning. Same place, same time. What could have been. And it started out to be a bad day turned into a good day because of you. Bequita then recalled, about 20 years ago, I went to the dentist and I was afraid. And I said to the dentist, please hold my hand. Just let me know you're there. And he said to me, I'm not your date. That stuck with me. So that's why I do what I do with my passengers. I want you to know that if you need me to hold your hand, I'm there. I'm there for you. Bequita Williams, an ordinary person like you and me, living from her peace from within. She learned how to be that peace from her mother and from a situation that she had remembered when the dentist was not so peaceable to her. Living from peace begins in our hearts. Whenever we are challenged by the disruptions of daily life, we have the ability to go into our hearts and align with divine peace that is always there. It's our inheritance. If we are anxious because of the chatter in our minds, whether the chatter is thoughts of anger or missing an appointment, or any kind of mental anguish, we have the ability to go within. We can go to our hearts and be in a space of stillness, in a space of peace. And in that moment of stillness, we are in effect saying, peace, be still. Peace, be still. Let's take a breath. And now affirm with me. I am peace. I am love. I live in this moment. Peace, be still. As we breathe into those words, we feel that peace. And we can come from that peace every time. The revealing word says, and I quote, "Steadfast affirmations of peace will harmonize the whole body structure and open the way to attainment of health conditions in mind and body." And so, my friends, as we live together, we will have disagreements. We will have times of misunderstanding. We will have different points of view. And we will value different things. And in such times, it is important that we come from a place of peace, that divine peace that resides in our hearts always. Not too long ago, I read a wonderful blog. It was a blog post that a friend had shared. And the post was in response to all of the negativity that has been running rampant in our society and around the world. And the post introduced me to a model of working together that I had not heard before. And the model is called the coactive way. And the coactive way is a body of work dedicated to collaboration, inclusion, and working together. And this is partly what the author of this model has said. I quote, "When we can represent our own point of view firmly while at the same time listening with curiosity to points of view very different from ours, our disagreement becomes productive and creative. We are often able to find the third way, not your way, not my way, but a path that is unique, crafted out of respect for our shared humanity, and created beyond what either one of us could have realized on our own." End of quote. And so, in order to do this, we must be willing and able to open our minds and open our hearts and our will. We must be able to live from the peace within. This is simple, actually, but it's not easy. It takes courage to live from peace. It takes the willingness to surrender to your divinity and be willing to let go that part of you that must have its own way. You know that part of you, right? We fondly call it the ego. Well, the author of The Coactive Away said, more than ever, we need to step fully into life, even when, and especially when, it is hard. And so, my friends, my brothers and sisters, today, during this Advent season, let's step fully into life. And let's claim our inheritance of peace. And then share it with the world around us. And so, in closing, please affirm together with me, I bring peace to the world by living from the peace within my heart. Let's say that again, more robustly. I bring peace to the world by living from the peace within my heart. And so it is, and so we let it be. Thank you.